John, a change of competition this week. I suppose a break from the league. Any plans for changes for Friday night?
Well, no, it's still the FAI Cup, which is the biggest cup competition in the country. So, no matter who we're playing or what, we still treat them the same as if we're playing any of the top sides in our own league. So, as of this moment, I don't know. I know we still have a few knocks from the last few weeks, and I presume John will decide that by the time after training tomorrow, probably decide what team to go with, and we'll take it from there to see how fellas are, how fresh fellas are, and obviously for the likes of Dave, and a few lads, fellas bursting to get a game. So, as you say, we'll just probably be called tomorrow after we train.
Liam is out suspended.
Yeah, Liam is suspended for 4 bookings, so he's out. He's the only suspension.
How important, John, is the cup to Cork City this year, and to get a run in the cup?
Oh, it's huge. It's, as I said, it's a huge competition. It's a great cup to win. No matter what cup you're in my eyes, I know you don't want to be beaten in any game, and it's great to go far, and it gets the confidence. It's beneficial to everyone. It's beneficial to the club, and at the end of the day, it's a trophy. And financially as well, yeah, and it's a major trophy. So you want to win every trophy you're in. Every competition you're in. So no matter what game we're playing and what cup competition it is, you want to go to win it. So
have you gone to see St. Mochtas play, or do you know much about him?
I know a bit about him from the amateur setup over the last few years, and I know John has done a bit on him as well. So just because it is an amateur side doesn't mean as I said earlier, we won't treat them any differently than we'd treat, say, Dundalk or these lads. So we give them the respect they deserve. So they're in the last 32 as it is.
They won back-to-back promotions, and they won the Moore Cup at the weekend.
They have, and they won. I think the last 2 games they came from 2-0 down to 1-4-2 the other day. I think to get promoted, they won 7 games in a row. So they're on a good run. They've nothing to lose coming down. So, as I say, you just have to go out and treat them with the respect they deserve, and don't take them for granted.
And he's got 26 goals in 25 matches.
I know. I can imagine. As everyone knows, he was a brilliant player in the league for how many years with Bows, and I know he's with Malahide for a few years, but yeah, obviously if you give him a chance, he'll more than likely take it. So obviously we have to be aware of him when the ball comes into the box, because he's a threat in fairness. But our lads will know about him, as John will make them aware of any other players they have that needs to be. Yeah, they have a few lads that way. So exactly. So and as I say, they've nothing to lose coming down. They can come out, enjoy the game, and it's up to us to go and.
This is like a perk of their season.
It is, as I said, when I managed Avondale last year and we got to play Bows in the last 16, and it was the same thing. We were able to go and enjoy it. Up in Daly Mountain, we'd nothing to lose. If you get beaten, people expect you to get beaten. So you can go out and enjoy it properly and no pressure on you. So it's up to us to go.
It's a huge opportunity for City as well, because there's a guaranteed 4 non-league teams who are going to be in the hat for the last 16.
There is
so realistically you could have a pat in the quarter final, which would be brilliant.
Well, we'll get over Friday anyway first. So yeah, it is. It's a huge set. No matter who you're playing, no matter who we get in the next round, what we have to concentrate this week is just to take Mochtas and put it back up for another while and concentrate in the league then again after this. So the most important game that we have this year now, so is coming Friday. It's the next game. So.
And is it tough to ensure that there's no complacency when you are such strong favourites at home?
No, because as you say, people say it's complacency. We played Douglas Hall in the Most Senior Cup, who were an amateur side, and we got beaten as well.
Yeah.
So you can't afford it, no matter who you're playing. We know amateur football. John has been involved in amateur football years as well. A lot of our lads have played it. There's a lot of good players and a lot of good teams in it, and they'll be organised. And as I say, it's up to us to go out and approach it right with a good attitude. And if we do that, hopefully we should be all right. So
I suppose it's good to be able to draw on last Friday as a similar situation. Obviously, I don't have a better team than Mochtas, but it was a game City were expected to win, and it looked like being a frustrating night for a long time, but we just kept at it, and eventually the goal came, and you got to win.
It did, and in fairness, the second half last week was a lot better, obviously, than the first half, and in fairness, we made a change at half time, and in fairness, Rob Lehan came on and probably changed the game, to be honest. And we got a great goal. So that's the thing, you have to go and beat these teams. You just, you have to earn the right to beat them and to play. So, as I say, they'll come out and work hard, so we have to match it, work twice as hard. Obviously, our fitness levels should be higher as we train every day. So, it's just having a good attitude, really. That's all these games are about. If you show the right attitude, you should be okay.
And the move to 4-4-2 obviously paid off last Friday. Like, is that something that we might see a bit more of maybe from the start of games as the season goes on, or is it something you want to input into?
We talked about it obviously, but it worked last week. Definitely with the system we did play prior to that, in the other 14 games, we didn't get to. It's all relative, and it's all we've been unlucky all year that we've had relatively one striker fit. We had Elding at the time when he was at the club. Obviously, Michael Rafter's out, and Rob's only a young lad coming through. And luckily, now the last couple of weeks, Danny Morrison's been back doing a bit of training. So once you get more options, you have more options. For a lot of games, we were restricted to some things, and as a lot of the lads, you could see some of them were, getting maybe a bit tired and fatigued and stuff. So just trying to manage players. And
Danny, was it too soon for Danny? Even though he was been on the bench.
Yeah, well, he trained though again this morning. So
maybe or something Friday night.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. He might be on the bench. Pardon?
Must be itching to play as well.
Oh, I'd say he's bursting to play. Yeah. And he's a great lad, great trainer. You have to kind of hold him back a bit at times, but he's obviously itching to play. So I don't know, to be honest. He might make the bench. I know for a fact he won't start anyway. But he trains away. He's a great lad to train, and as I say, he's dying for a game at this stage, I presume. So hopefully in a few weeks' time he'll be ready for it.
We've asked John this already, but you didn't hear his answer. So have the fringe fellas a chance, as we call them, the fringe players, the guys in the squad who haven't got a game, have they got a chance of making the starting 11 on Friday night?
Yeah, well, every week people have a chance. We watch training every day. For instance, Dave O'Leary over there in the last month has been outstanding in training, and it does people think it doesn't, but it does count. If you see fellas who train well, they work hard, come in every day, show the right attitude in training. It gives them a chance for any game. It's just we've been unfortunate. Some of the lads have been unfortunate. Obviously, a nightmare for a few of the boys. Then was the Shamrock Rovers game. It's frustrating for lads who are training every day to keep themselves motivated, and that's what they have to do: be motivated and be ready to play when they're called upon. So, we'll see Friday. As I said, we'd no team picked when John went away. I only spoke to John briefly this morning before training, and he's not back into training till tomorrow. So we'll have he'll have a fair idea of what he wants to go with anyway by tomorrow. So. And
the spirit is good in the camp, is it?
It is. In the last few weeks now, we've had in our last 4 league games, we've had 3 clean sheets and out of 4. It is. The boys are in good spirits. I'd say people we have 2 weeks left now to get a bit of a break, because as everyone knows, we played a lot of the games with the same players, and it's tough on the lads, and we've had injuries, and but in fairness to them now, they don't they come into training this morning. They train hard and they enjoy it then as well, have a bit of crack as well. So and it always helps when you're winning, obviously.
And when July come up, there's an opportunity to get a few bodies in, maybe unload a few.
Yeah, hopefully that's, as I say, that's up to John to answer those questions. So I'll pawn that one off.
We're trying to lead the witness here.
Pardon?
We're trying to lead the witness.
No, I won't be led anywhere anyway. But yeah, so we'll see what happens anyway in that month. So.
Okay. Dave, it's been tough for yourself this season. You hadn't had a kind of run in the team. Is it frustrating? I assume it is. Training as hard as John has said you do, and then maybe not getting, or maybe a small amount of minutes in the game.
Yeah, it is frustrating at times, but the most important thing is that the team is doing well. Obviously, you look at your own personal, that I haven't played an awful lot this year, 10, 15 minutes, 45 minutes. But the most important thing is the team, and the team's flying at the moment. We're just a few points off the top. We have a game in hand. So, as I said, the most important thing is the team, and we're doing well.
And would you be looking forward to getting in this week with Liam Carney out injured and
yeah,
one or two injuries? Or, suspended?
Yeah, well, I'm pushing on giving them every chance anyway, every week. I'm training hard, as well as a few other lads on the team who aren't breaking in. But we're giving them every chance anyway by doing the right things in training, staying on after, and hopefully get a chance sooner rather than later.
Was it an easy decision to come back to Cork, Dave, in the off season?
Well, I had 4.5 great years down in Limerick. My mom's from Limerick, so I enjoyed my time down there. But it's great to move home as well. It's a lot easier as well because I was in college. I was getting a lot more done. I got a lot more study done, which hopefully the results will show that there in the next few weeks. But I think it's a great time for me to be back here. The club is flying. It's going in the right direction now, as you can see with the league table, and hopefully now we can push on.
You obviously feel you came back from Limerick a better player than when you went there initially.
Yeah, well, I went when I was 17, coming out of juvenile soccer really, and was thrown in the deep end. Went into the first team straight away, and when you're playing against senior players, your touch needs to be there. You need to be quicker. Everything is a lot higher standard, even though we were first division at the time.
Yeah.
But now we're up here, and I think it's after standing to me well. I played 30 out of 33 league games last year, so I think it's done me the world of good. Yeah.
And but to go from playing 30 games to sitting on the bench a lot, then I suppose it probably requires a lot of patience.
It does, yeah. But I think I've been patient so far. I'm biding my time. I came back not as fit as the other lads. There's just being off fit, there's being fit, and then there's being John Caulfield fit. And as you can see, the team is fitter than anyone else in the league. And I thought, I was just off it. Coming here, and just off it wasn't really good enough, so I think I'm after doing an extra bit as well as other lads, and I've seen an awful lot of improvement in myself.
And is it your final year of college or just finished?
Yeah, well, my plan was to hopefully get my degree and then push on and enjoy my soccer until I finish.
Yeah, and is it tough to combine your studies with training and playing?
Yeah, well, John and Cots have been very accommodating, because fortunately enough we train in the morning, and college for myself started at about 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So they were accommodating with days where it would clash, especially with exams as well.
Yeah.
But it was tough, because I've been doing it since I was in 5th year with the leaving cert, and it's not easy. But as a few of the lads who are young enough now coming through are realising. But yeah, it's done now anyway, and I'm happy. Yeah.
And training with somebody like Colin Healy, who's done it all, really must be a huge boost to someone like yourself who plays in the same or a similar position.
Yeah, Colin will talk you through things, things that you should improve, and stuff like that. So it's a great help to myself to improve myself as a gamer. I'm fortunate enough to have the likes of Stephen Bradley up in Limerick, and Joe Gamble as well, who are similar as well, who were experienced, know the game, been around the league in an awful long time, and it's great for myself to learn off them and hopefully improve as a player.
What are you doing in college, by the way?
I'm doing arts.
You finished? Did your final exam just yet?
Yeah, I finished there around the Pats game, so it was tough enough juggling with exams, doing an exam and then going to a match and training, and your head can be all over the place, because it's your final year, it's the most important ones. But as I said, I'm glad they're over and done with now, and kind of concentrate on soccer now.
And did you, when you were with Corinthians underage, would you play the same teams as Brian, or were you a couple of years ahead of him?
Yeah, Brian's 2 years younger than me.
Okay.
But I've known Brian from growing up, knowing about his talents, and seen him play a couple of times. I never played with him until this year, but I went away when I was younger, right, to Qatar with the Irish team, and Brian was over as well, because it was 2 years, the 15s and 17s. So
okay.
yeah, you know about Brian. I've known about him for a while, and great talent to have at the club.
And have you been, obviously even with that knowledge, would you have still have been surprised how easy he's made the step up to senior soccer look?
No, I'm not surprised at all, because as we've seen what he's done there, he's just been a bit unlucky that he's been injured an awful lot.
Yeah.
He was there, he broke in, I think it was 2 years ago, and he was playing in the middle, and just injuries kind of killed him a small bit, but he's come back fit as ever. He's nailed in a place in the team, whether it's right back or right mid. He's playing every week, and he's flying in now, and all the best.
We got the under-21 call-up as well.
Yeah, what a great honour as well for him. It's thoroughly deserved as well. He's been on Team of the Week, he's been Player of the Month for the club as well. You can see the amount of effort he's put in training. He's in there first thing in the morning, and he's one of the last to leave. So he's well deserved for him, and hopefully it'll all go well.
And I'd say Mark would agree that he can cross the ball as well after last Friday night.
Yeah, well, he put one in straight after the goal as well. But no, Lenny, he's a great deliverer of a ball, and Marky is a great header of a ball, as we saw last week. Because, you know, if it was any other league, people would be ranting and raving about it. But I think just keep doing what he's doing, both of them, and we'll push on.
That's great, yeah.